Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Passionately Speaking. This is our weekly public speaking training call where we talk about all kinds of different advanced techniques when it comes to public speaking. And now that we have been speaking more in the virtual world, it's really important to learn how to close in the virtual world. And that is our topic today, the virtual close, how to get your audience to take action and buy from you. All right, so virtual closing is very different from live closing. It's very different. So we're going to talk about the differences first, and then I'm going to take you through different ways that you can close. And then I'm actually going to take you through a close that I used to get people into my Create Your Speech in a Weekend. So you can follow that outline, follow that formula if you're going to close or someone's going to buy something. So again, it's very different from live closings. So let's talk about some of those differences first, because it's not the same. It is very, very different. So when we speak physically, right? Let's get physical. We have the advantage of seeing the speaker's whole body and their whole body language. And they speak, a lot of people, you know, there's a lot going on with speaking with body language. So there's a lot going on and we get to see that. Oftentimes before and after the event, we get to meet the speaker. We get to shake their hands. We get to look at them in the eye. We get to ask them questions. I know a lot of times I've been at speaking engagements and I'm sitting down eating lunch with someone and then they invite me or announce me to come up and speak, and the people are all like giddy. Oh, I didn't know I was sitting next to the speaker. And that's a lot of fun, but that's how people view you as a speaker, as a celebrity. So we don't have that kind of advantage. We don't have that kind of physicalness. We don't have that kind of breaking bread together. And I've often shared with you how important it is as a speaker for you to actually eat with your table, with your audience, because there's something psychological about it. When you break bread, it brings you closer together. So I always feel like those speakers that feel like they can't eat before they speak, I feel like they're really missing an opportunity, because it says volumes about you, like, you know, maybe you're too good to sit with, you know, the staff and eat, maybe, you know, so I think it says a lot of volume. Speaks volumes, and it might not be what you want to portray. So if you're not hungry, if you do get sick, man, I can eat a 6-course meal. Bring it on. You know, I can eat it all. I've never missed even the biscuit. But some people do have trouble. Pretend like you're eating. Mush the, you know, food around and pretend as you're talking to people. Don't let it sit there like you're too good to eat with that group of people. But in this world, we don't get that. We don't have that advantage to get that closeness. So it makes it very, very difficult. Feel your energy. Your audience doesn't get to know the real impact of the entire energy. It is really difficult to portray energy that really comes through to the other side. I work at it, and now I have a standing desk because I want to open up my diaphragm, because sometimes when we're sitting, you know, we're slouching, it, you know, covers up the diaphragm. We just don't have that kind of energy. So as a speaker, I recommend that you too get a stand-up desk. And it's not the whole desk, you just get a, you know, like one of those platform things that sit on top of your existing desk. It's about 2 inches higher than your normal desk height would be when you're sitting down, but it's just great when you're standing up. And so that's what I'm doing now. It'll help you to increase your speaking energy. But your audience typically, they get to what? See from here up, and that's all they see, and that they don't get to see your feet move. They don't get, and you're kind of in limited as far as what you can do physically as well. You can't do too much because you'll walk out of the frame. So that's what makes it really different. And then of course, easy trust and rapport. When you're in front of a live audience and they can see you smile and they can see you talking to somebody else and calling names and saying please and saying thank you, it's really easy to build rapport. in this arena, it is more challenging to build that rapport. Yes, you can call people by the names, but if you're busy looking into the camera, which is what you have to do as a speaker, it's really hard for you to look around the room and build rapport. It's hard for you to look around the room and see, okay, CJ's got his picture up and he's not with us today. I don't know what's up, CJ. Come back. Right there, you're eating. I see. Okay, you're eating dinner. That's good. But it's hard because I have to break away from you in order to look at the audience. When you're in a live environment, you don't have that. You can look straight out and you can see everyone. And you can, your peripheral vision is working. And it's really, really different and a lot easier to build that trust and rapport. Number 4, speaking into a box. That's what we're doing nowadays. We're speaking into the box, but it's really important for you to learn how to speak out of the box, even when you're inside the box. And things like getting the desk will help. Getting cool little tools that you can add that breaks up this regular old humdrum Zoom call. I was just on I've taken a 3-day virtual event this next 3 days. This is my 3rd one since all of this happened, because I'm doing my research for when I do the $1 Million Speaker Summit, which is September 24th, 25th, and 26th. And I want to make sure I've got all my bases covered and that I've at least done some physical research. But anyway, so I was on a call today, just before I jumped on this one, 330 people, and it's just a maze and maze and maze and maze of people. It is just really incredible. And of course, there was talking heads. So you really have to learn how to mix it up a little bit with some of these extra toys. And I'm going to show you a few techniques at the end of the call too. But you just don't want a big gallery of people. That is not exciting. Got to mix it up. Got to mix it up. All right. So number 4, was that, yeah, was that, oh, oops, sorry. This needs to be number 6. I was going to say, woo, we're going down. Number 6, too easily distracted. People that are in this room are not you people, but other rooms, too easily distracted. Your audience is too easily distracted by all of the people and all of the movement, by the ability to be in front of their computer, checking their email, checking their phones, right? There's all kinds of distractions that when you go to a live event, your audience, they don't have those distractions. They have you, they have maybe somebody beside them, and they have a notebook, and that is it. And you have got their attention, their undivided attention for at least 99.9% of the time. Now, they might be daydreaming or doing something else like that, but it's different than this. You are competing with so many distractions, so many things that you cannot control. So what can you control? All you can control is your presentation. Now, this should be number 7. I apologize. I was using an older PowerPoint. Other physical challenges. We have other physical challenges, the lighting, the sound. So many times people come into the Zoom meetings and they're muted for some reason, or not muted, but their audio doesn't work. And there's this challenge and that challenge, and then they come in and they talk, or they don't know virtual etiquette, where you come in, say hello, and then mute yourself. They're doing all kinds of weird things, while they're on the screen. So there's just so many physical challenges that you have as a speaker that it really makes it difficult in this arena. All right, so we're going to talk about a few different closes, and then I'm going to give you a formula for a close in the virtual world. So we talked about this on a couple of calls ago, that when we did 7 ways to close powerfully from the virtual stage. So I just want to kind of remind you, these are the top 4 that we're going to talk about. So the text close, getting people to go on your phone, on their phones and text and sign up for your texting service. A strategy session close, that's where you verbally invite people to sign up for strategy. You can put your calendar link in a PowerPoint. You can put it in the chat, but you want to give them something that they can react immediately, or they're not going to do it. If you just say, you know, contact me, they're not going to do it. You might take them to Facebook, show them to, you know, private message you, but you have to walk people to and through the close, step by step. Free gift close, that's when you put a link to a free offer. And CJ's done this even in this group to his free book. So you put it in the chat box. You could put it on your PowerPoint. Again, not as a live link, but just for them to take a picture of it, or so it's on the recording. And then, of course, sell from the stage. So that's the one we're going to talk about the most today. But just know that there's multiple closes. Now, we even can use the inspirational close if you want, but it doesn't make as much sense here as it does live. The inspirational close meaning, if I've inspired you in any way, contact me. You know, here's my email address. Contact me now. So it could be something like that. But I don't have it on here because I think it's better for you either to build your list or build your text list or build your coaching practice or actually close for the money. Right? Okay. So how on earth do you close in this virtual arena? Now, before I continue that, let me just see who's chatting. Okay, who's chatting? All right, Karen says hi. Technology, gotta love it. That's right. Mercury is in retrograde. Is that what's happening to me? Because that's never happened before. Okay. All right, so Jean says I'm going to put up my picture in a few minutes. I just got home from work in the grocery store. Okay, so, all right, so Jean's letting me know she's going to oh, sorry, she sent it to me privately. Oops, sorry, Jean. Okay, I'm going to blame it on the retrograde. Okay, sorry. She's going to multitask a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I just put her under the bus, I guess you'd say. Okay, so that's it for the chats. All right, so how on earth do you close in a virtual arena? Overall, this is like the key right here, the key. And everything that I'm going to list is going up to this key, and that is create an irresistible offer. I mean, you want to create such an irresistible offer that people can't say no. And in the real live world, yeah, you probably have an irresistible offer already, but now it has to be double irresistible. It has to be irresistibly irresistible, right? So it just has to be so over the top that that people just can't say no. Now, here's some keys. Sell only one product at a time in the virtual world. Sometimes in the live world, we can have two offers side by side. We can have an A and a B, right? Here, no, one offer. Unless you're, of course, you're doing a full day of training, then you could have multiple offers. But I'm talking about one webinar, one speech, only one offer, one product at a time. Describe who that is for. You want people to go, whoop, they said like my industry. So this is for coaches, consultants, service providers, planners, on and on and on. So who is it for? Don't say it's for everybody, because nothing is for everybody. If you say everybody, it's nobody. So make sure you at least rattle off a few of your key clients that you believe this is for. List the benefits. What are they going to get? What is it going to help them to be able to do after they buy this? Right? What are they going to be able to do? Oh, did I spell irresistible wrong? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, yeah, I forgot the T. All right. Deidre gets an A. Well, you see, I was creating this at the last minute while I was in that other class, so shame on me. All right, thank you. If you find any more mistakes, please let me know. Again, this is a class I put together just for you here tonight. This is not one I've taught before. I mean, not in its entirety. All right, list everything that they're going to get, everything that they're going to get. What is it involved? Everything that they're going to get. Pile on the bonuses. And when I mean pile them on, pile them on. Think of bonuses that you could add that doesn't cost you any money. Maybe it's a PDF of your book. Maybe it's a checklist. People love checklists, how to do checklists. Maybe you create something. Maybe it's an article. Maybe it's a recording of a Facebook Live training you did, or some training that you've done that's on YouTube. So pile them on. I mean pile. The more the better. Put a value on each item. So each item, everything that they're going to get, and then every bonus, because all of your bonuses are worth something. Now, you might think, well, a checklist isn't worth nothing, right? I put it together in an hour. So what is that, an hour of my time? A couple $100? Yeah, well, maybe, but it took you a lifetime to learn how to do everything that made you know what to create and what to put on that checklist. All right, so I have a speaking checklist, everything you need to do and have ready, but it's taken me years and years to perfect it because of different situations and scenarios that I've run into. So it's invaluable if you don't have to forget something. So everyone can create a checklist. All right. And you can create fun stuff. So Jackie can create health things because she's a health coach, but Jackie, you can create 7 quick ways to train for a half marathon or whatever. The insider secrets, something different than what Galloway teaches. So all kinds of fun things. And the apps, I used that Strava app for the first time yesterday. What fun. You could even teach a list of all kinds of different running apps. That'd really be special. All right, limit the amount of people. So you always want to limit it. Most of my classes are limited to 6, 7, 8, 10 people. People love to be part of an exclusive group. Now, I said one time I did my pilot program, and I think, Jackie, you were on that as well. And I was going to limit it to 10, but more people wanted to come. So I opened it up. So I had like 25 people on there. So you could start out and change your mind. It doesn't mean you lose your integrity, but your idea was to have 10. But if more people want to come, why not let them? All right. And of course, add an ironclad guarantee so that it's something that's really, they get their money back if they don't get the results, or if they try it for a month, if they don't like it, they get their money back, whatever it is, and then say what you're going to, say, and then do what you said. It's simple. It's simple. I mean, I can count on one hand the number of times people ask for refunds from me because I over-deliver, and you do too. So remember, we over-deliver, but don't overwhelm. We over-deliver, but don't overwhelm. No one wants to feel overwhelmed. All right, and then drop the investment, i.e. the tuition. Never call it a price, a cost, expense, or even offer. Use words like investment or tuition, whichever one fits your audience, but do not put price on there. The price of the program, nope, nope, nope. And then, of course, a call to action, something that they do immediately. So many times I've seen people in a virtual world and they don't sell. They'll say, well, contact me later if you have any questions or want to do something more. No, you got to get them right now when they're excited and they're inspired. Get them to take action now. All right, let me get rid of this for a minute. Excuse me. Okay, take action now. I'm having to move you guys around because I've got, whoop. All right. All right, most people do it wrong. Most people don't know how to close right, and it costs them money, opportunity, and reputation. All right, and what you don't know about speaking virtually will cost you. It will cost you. You need to get trained on how to speak virtually, just like you are here today. Now, I'm going to go into show you exactly the close, all right? This is a close I did to invite people into my create your speech in a weekend. Lisa's already been to it, right? Lisa's gone to it. Karen, did you go to it? I don't remember. Sorry, because I've done so many classes.
Kathy did.
You did.
Kathy Montoya did.
That's right. Kathy Montoya here did. Yeah.
Not me, not yet.
Okay, well now you have that's right, Karen. Now you have an opportunity to do that. But here's what I'm doing. I'm going to be demonstrating how to sell in a virtual world while I'm selling. Does that make sense? Because that's the only way I can do this and have you understand how to do it. Got it?
Got it.
So if you happen to want to take this class, I do happen to have a couple of seats left. Just let me know. I'm going to take you through the whole close and you are going to act on how I've asked you to act. All right. So listen up, pay close attention because I'm going to do that formula that I just gave you. All right. So the first thing you do is describe what it is. So here I set it up. Let me go back for a second. I set it up where I said what? Most people do it wrong, right? The problem. Most people don't know how to sell virtually, and so it costs them time, money, and reputation. Then I said what you don't know about speaking will cost you, right? But here's a way that you can take some action, right? And you can take your dreams and goals to the virtual stage and learn how to do it right. The name of my program is Create Your Speech in a Weekend, right? So now you're going to put name of the program. And here's what you're going to get. Create Your Speech in a Weekend, give me 2 days, and you will learn how to develop your speech using my proven speaker system. Get endless virtual and live speaking engagements. Use stories to captivate your listeners, and stories act as invisible selling. Have confidence and look like a seasoned pro, even if your knees may be knocking. Keep your audience's attention, both live and virtually, and attract clients and generate unlimited leads for your business. Eliminate any fear you might have of speaking forever, and use speaking as a marketing strategy to grow your business even during these turbulent times. And close sales from the front of the room and or virtually. You're going to learn both strategies. Adapt to the differences between live and virtual. And of course, you're going to learn my speaker systems, my formulas, my blueprints to create a money-making, life-changing speeches for the rest of your life, online and offline. The system works for both. There's just some tweaks that you have to make. And you'll never have to worry about getting clients ever again, no matter what happens out there. All right, so Create Your Speech in a Weekend experience. 2 days, you'll learn my step-by-step $1 million speaker system that will attract you a flood of clients. Receive one-on-one attention in this workshop. Here's my limit, 8-person virtual workshop. 8 people. I have two spots left. That's all. 2. Right? And its investment is $2,997. Right? You can see it's a very small, intimate workshop. Now, when is it? Now you have to say, when is it? When is it? It's June 26th and 27th. So not this weekend, the following weekend. It's all day from 9 a.m. to 6. You will walk out of there with your speech done. Right, Lisa? Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Done. Oops. Its location is on Zoom. It will be a Zoom meeting like this, so it'll be highly interactive. You will be creating your speech along with the whole class as we go. There'll be only breakout sessions that we have that you'll have telling stories, your personal professional story to each other, right? So you're going to experience some deep dive. Boy, the last class, Lisa, and this, I mean, you guys bonded so well. I think even closer than when I've done it live. And Kathy's been to my live class, and she came back to this weekend class, because sometimes, and Jason on the call's been, Renee has been to the live 4-day class. And there's something about in this intimate setting that all of you were like best of friends and changed numbers. Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it going to do? Again, create more money, sales and money for you, attract your ideal clients who love you, learn how to master the public speaking. You're going to make a difference, be able to leave a legacy with your words, change lives for a living, which I love, and enjoy more freedom. That's what learning how to speak is going to do for you. All right, so now we list everything. This is important. The speaker training 2 days, I already said it was $3,000, remember? Now we put it in a list, right? Along with that, you're going to get my core attraction formulas, all kinds of them. There's an elevator speech formula, there's a self-introduction formula, there is the speaker introduction formula, on and on and on. You're going to get all of those, and you get a manual, you get a complete manual, 60 pages long with all of this in it. And then you're going to get the marketing pack. What is the marketing pack? That's your one sheet, right? That's your one sheet formula. So you could create it over and over again. And unlimited speaking engagements. This is going to show you how you can get them. And then, of course, you're going to get scripts for getting the speaking engagements. And you're going to get story scripts in case you don't have any already, right? Maybe you don't have stories yourself. I'm going to give you open domain stories that you can use, right? My profit pulling presentation template. All right. Again, you're going to see the formula. You're going to get a beautiful flow chart, right? Of the presentation template, right? Colorful that you can just follow. And order forms, you're going to get examples of order forms so you don't have to recreate the wheel when you're selling something. They will work online and off. And then, of course, clients for life strategic scripts. How do you close on that strategy session? Superstar mentoring for me for a year afterwards, entire year. So if you develop a new elevator speech or a new script that you want me to look at, boom, email it to you. All right, so the total value, now you put your total value, $10,073. Real world value, boom. Okay, now notice that I say your risk-free investment, risk-free, right? Risk-free, right? I'm putting out that price, or not price, the investment dollar amount again. You've seen it now 3 times. How much is it? $2,997, right? Okay, so you dangle. No risk guarantee. Receive a full refund if you cancel before the training. Of course, you can't go to anybody's training, take all their formulas and systems, and then ask for a refund. I've never had anybody do that, but you know, hopefully, knock on wood here, but you can give them their money back before if they change their mind, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes people they buy and then they go and ask their husband or their wife, and they say no. So to keep things you know, friendly, they cancel. I've had that happen more than once. Okay. All right. Then you want to give some fast action bonuses. So something that they can just get right now today. So fast action bonuses is 2 30-minute sessions with me, preferably after the training. And Lisa, you didn't take that yet. And Kathy, you still have that coming to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still have that coming to you.
Okay, cool.
Now, then you bring back your list again. Everything that was on there, and now I added this, right? Then I'm going to talk about the bonuses. So there's other bonuses. My magnetic closing script, which is step-by-step scripted out. All you have to do is take it and use it to close from the stage or from the virtual room. Bonus number 2, speaker checklist. Remember I told you I had a checklist that's taken me years to develop. I just developed this checklist actually a year ago, not because I didn't do all this stuff. I had my own checklist, but I didn't have the thought to create it, to give it away as a free giveaway that people would value it. Because we don't see our own greatness. We're like this. That's why we need to pull back our hand, work with mentors and coaches, and they probably see, you know, something that you've never saw. So I never saw that, right? Duh. So it can happen to all of us. PDF of my recently released book. And this is where it gets really good. Remember I said you got to do irresistible, make it irresistible and pile on the offer. So check this out. You get to be a speaker on my $1 Million Speaker podcast. And again, Lisa, that's coming for you. And Kathy, it's coming for you. And this, you know, I mean, this is like a 15-minute to 30-minute speaking spot where we talk about you and your business and about speaking and what makes you $1 Million Speaker. And then it gets really exciting, and that you get a free admission to my online September 24th, 26th event, $1 Million Speaker Summit. I mean, that is just like over the top, right? Our total value now is $12,431, right? Now, real world value, if you were to buy it, but of course you're not going to buy it for $12,000, right? Today, you're going to receive a $2,000 discount, $2,000 discount, right? Making the total $997. I mean, coming to one of my $1 Million Speaker Summits is worth that, much less all the other stuff that you're going to get. So again, this is a COVID-19 price. This normally I came out with this Create Your Speech in a Weekend, and normally it is $3,000, right? But COVID, because of COVID and everything, it is $997. So when you do have a deal, you do want to be honest about and share with people the reason for the deal. This is the reason. All right. I've had one class and this is another class. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this price, right? Because I'm putting in, you know, 2 full days, and you've got all my systems and formulas and that you can use for a lifetime.
Right.
All right. So now you're called to action. So this is what you want to do. If you are interested, and this is as simple a close as you can get, pick up the phone and just text me right now. Just say I'm interested. I will give you a call and we'll talk about the details. See, you don't have to have a website. You don't, now people like CJ, he can whip up a website in no time or a landing page, but you may not be able to. And because my website says $3,997, I really don't want to change it back and forth. So I'm just going to say, you text me, say I'm interested. I call you, I get your credit card, we process it, and bam, you're in the class. Now, here's something special about this coming class that's never, ever, ever going to happen again, ever. Again, it's not this Friday, it's the next Friday. Florence LaRue from the Fifth Dimension is taking this class. So, to me, if I were you, that would be enough to push me over the edge and in, because Florence is such a down-to-earth person. She's so kind, so sweet. She sometimes comes to these calls. She is a member. She's been one of my clients for years and years and years. Can you imagine what it's going to be like to hear her professional story? And maybe you might be paired up with her. I mean, it's just over the top exciting. So again, text me if you are interested, and we will talk more about that. All right, so how was that for you? Yeah? All right, I can't wait. It's going to be very, very exciting. All right, so we're going to open the call up. We have a few minutes. We got about 15 minutes. So I'm going to open up the call with Renee, because Renee's been on the last couple of weeks and had to leave and couldn't do her share. So I want Renee to go first today.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Arvee.
Hi.
Okay, good. You can hear me. The photos of the puppies and on your PowerPoint and the picture of you are gorgeous. I love the photography. I love the all white behind you. I don't know who took it, but you always look fantastic in red. And I love your branding with the frame around the red, and then your red dress and the red lipstick. It is so together, and you're so tight. You're not tight, but the branding is tight. Does that make sense? You know, like there's not tight, like tightly wound. You're not tightly wound. You're very comfortable and approachable and huge credibility, but your branding is so tight. I just see this with other people, and I always see the audience, the group as a whole. Everybody's participating, and they playful out. You can tell they're all attentive listeners. So I mean, there's nothing I don't have any comment about anything. I'm wanting to take this at the end of the month. I have a kind of a conflict with other clients. I've got to switch around just a lot of appointments with standing clients.
Well, maybe you can move them to Sunday.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just juggling. It's like spinning plates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by spinning plates? And I'm being as loving as possible, but I wanted to tell you that about the red, your brand, and you live your brand, and you're stepping into your power. And it just, every year, it's just like, you haven't changed. You changed, evolved into something dynamic, but you look exactly the same. You have a flat tummy, you look fit, you know, you're so healthy, your skin is so smooth, your hair is fantastic. You look really great. So I just want to share that with you. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I don't know about the tummy because since we've been under lockdown, but I have to get rid of it before I step back on a stage. Anyway, thank
you look great.
Always
yeah,
loved it. Always
whatever you're doing with facial or your hair, it's worth it. Whatever you're doing, keep investing, or whatever you're doing, it looks fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. Okay, then we are going to go to Kathy Montoya. Kathy, where are you?
Can I take it again? Florence LaRue in the class this time?
Yeah.
I just want to say this, that it was awesome. I enjoyed your presentation today, but I want to let everybody know that $1 Million Summit, it was good. It was very, very good. I did the live and I did the virtual. I sort of enjoyed the virtual better because I was in my familiar space, but the virtual, the way she sets it up, I got to know. And Lisa and I have been friends. We know each other, but we became closer because of the virtual room that you had us in, and you make it so comfortable. And I use this. I say I'm never going to get on the stage and try to sell myself, but I use this all the time in my networking groups, when I speak with my granddaughters, when I use it. It just comes in so handy. So Arvee, thank you for what you do.
You're welcome.
Your circle.
Excellent. Okay, so I hope you caught that. She came to the 4-day live, and then she went to create your speech in a weekend, and she just said she liked to create your speech in a weekend better. Partly too, you know, the other one, we spend what, 2 hours a day just on lunch, but going to lunch in a group, all that time's wasted. Now we have lunch, but you get what, 45 minutes or so to do your thing, but we're not wasting 2 hours at lunch. So it's really expedited. It's really streamlined. I guess that's the way to put it. Yeah, excellent. And she's come to $1 Million. And let me see, who's been $1 Million? Deidre's been $1 Million. Jason's been every $1 Million. Kathy's been $1 Million. Renee and Jim both have been $1 Million. Okay, that's another experience that's coming up. All right, Jean, let's go to you. You're muted.
I enjoyed watching you go through this again, and it's given me something to think about in the future, in terms of office and that kind of thing. So I did a little short invite at my workshop to schedule a session with me. So that was inching out there a little bit.
And has anybody responded?
one person has. So yeah, it's the kind of thing that we're typically not. We don't have people sell anything other than books at their book table. So, but I did kind of push people toward that by having each speaker go over how they can be in people's next step. So just to detail what they do. So each did that, including myself. And because I usually don't offer writing help, I offer life coaching. Then, you know, a lot of people don't understand what I do. So I got a chance to explain it. And they really, they got a good taste of what group coaching would be like through the workshop.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right. We could talk more about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though you're telling your other speakers not to sell, which is what you should do if you're putting on the event, but the people putting on the event, you absolutely need to give them a way to get more because they're expecting it and they're wanting it, right? So I wouldn't be so shy about it. I'd be more deliberate. You know, here's your next step as a writer. You need to get into this workshop. Maybe you and Sue do a mini workshop of some kind. And you just get them enrolled into another workshop that's smaller or more private, more intimate, because they want to write, but they don't, a lot of people don't know how.
Yeah.
They just need to learn how to write, and you can't learn how to write in, you know, in a couple of days with a couple of breakout sessions, not really.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of planting seeds to have continuous things throughout the year instead of just a once a year thing. And so, and one of those things, and I asked them how they liked it, was just some co-working time, writing together, and people really liked that. And so that's definitely something that I'm going to do. I've attended one with another person before with like 200 people, and it was very successful. You know, she kind of packaged it, you know, on the front end and the back end with, you know, or positioned it herself. But everybody just came and worked on whatever they wanted to, and that's something I'd like to do. And then I'd just like to start interjecting my content and then some of my workshops. So I'm kind of building up to it, I think.
Okay. Just offer them something more. Excellent. All right, let's go to Deidre. Deidre.
Hi there.
Hi.
So I noticed that you had given the price for the weekend of the $29.97 like right away before you did the whole list. I was wondering why you did that part then instead of waiting until you did all of the pricing at one time.
Because that's the formula.
Okay.
Let them know right away.
Oh, okay.
And that's a formula like, I mean, I've tweaked it, but I was taught this formula. This is what the big boys out there are using.
Okay.
It's using a little more NLP and hypnotism and some of those other techniques along with it.
Because I was thinking that you get them excited about what it is and then you tell them about the price, but that's not how it's, you kind of, not how it's working these days. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Just start watching closers close.
Yeah.
See, it's all kind of a basic formula.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, Jackie.
Thank you, Arvee. That was really helpful. I appreciate you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Thank you, Arvee. That was really very helpful. I appreciate it. I'll have my first opportunity to be able to sell products in the webinar this coming Thursday night, and I've posted that in the Passionately Speaking. And I just kind of followed your formula, looking back at the website on how to do a 10-minute and just expanded on it. But I was a little confused on the close, so that was really helpful. I'm going to do a little rewriting. And my big question for you today is, when I've told them I want to be in the waiting room, but then she's going to be talking for a while. And when you're in the waiting room, can you hear what they're talking about?
Nope.
So that would be a disadvantage because you can't really clue back into that then.
Right, you can't. So in your case, if she's going to be going a long time,
10
then,
minutes. Out of 40.
then just come in as Hosey, and no one will know. Right? With no picture.
I asked Hosey today how to fix that, and he told me, and it still isn't working.
Yeah, it's coming from your system setup. So just go to the Zoom and the setup and go to your profile, and it's
I've done that. My profile is set up just totally correct, and there's just because I was using that as it's for my team referral network, and I was using it until I got my own Zoom, and I have my own Zoom. My profile tells me it's my Zoom, but if I do a link like your link, I go in as Hosey, but if I type in the actual webinar, it doesn't do it. I come in as me, so it's like it's a mystery.
okay. Well, come in as Hosey for your event on Thursday.
Okay, good
And
idea.
just tell her that that's what you're going to do.
Okay,
and
so I can hear.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea.
Let her introduce you, and then you'll come in as you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jason just left. I just saw him getting out of his car. So now we go to CJ. Oh, there's Jason, but we'll go to CJ.
Hello. Great lesson today. Took a lot of notes from that. I really liked how you broke that all down for us. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Like I mentioned last week, I'm an active student. Now I'm in the action part, speaking. I was just looking at my list of events that I've hosted and or spoken at this year, and would you believe it? 90.
Woo!
I think my goal for the whole year was 100, and I've already spoken at and or hosted 90 events so far this year. Unbelievable. So
Good.
doing it. I'm walking the walk over here.
Good.
And it's having, and let me tell you, it's having an amazing result on my business. I'm
Good.
busier than ever. I've got more clients and helping more people than ever. It's absolutely coming back. Took a couple years to get that snowball rolling, but it totally is paying off. So keep to it.
Good. Yay. Thank you, CJ. Awesome. Now, Jason, are you with us? Are you in between? Jason? Okay. Going once. I know he's trying to come in. All right, let's go to Karen then.
Hi, everyone. Just happy to be here. And you can see behind me, I'm working on that storyboard. Got those Post-it notes on my wall, and just inspired with everything that's going on in our country to bring more women and minorities to the table, to create policies that work for us, that make a difference, because that's really all politics is local. I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. That really is the best way to make a difference, is bring your diverse voices to the table. And having done that, run for office for a couple of times and been at that level, that really is an eye-opener to realize that that's the only way to really affect change. The momentum is there. The timing is right for women. The timing is right for minorities to make a difference in your local communities. So super excited, working on my storyboard back there so that I can have that speech ready to go. And my goal is to do that Zoom with some friends this week and get some feedback using your strategies. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Good, keep up the good work. I love that. Love taking action and moving forward. Beautiful. All right, Jason, are you back with us? Hey, Jason, can you hear me? I know phones are tricky to find the mute and everything. Let me see, can we unmute you? No. There, yay, you're unmuted. Hi, Jason, how you doing?
I'm great. On my way to a training appointment. I have a question. Has the enrollment closed for your weekend, the weekend speech next week, or are you still taking participants?
Yes, I have two places open.
Got 2 places open? Okay, because I may consider myself and referral that I need to pass this on to, so I wanted to know.
Okay, let me know.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, because Renee is considering it, but she has to move her schedule. And again, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to hang out with Florence LaRue. And she's 78, but she looks 48. She's amazing. And of course, I'm sure she'll sing us the song.
Nice.
All right, Jason, do let me know. And you said you're going to a training with people?
I'm training a client right now in Studio City. And our session is at 5, and that's why I had to take off and drive and listen to the appointment. Normally, I would rather be at my desk, and taking some notes. So I can't wait to get, back and receive a recording of the call and transcribe later.
Okay, but are you meeting in person with this person?
Yes, we're training at a park and practicing our social distancing. I've got masks and gloves, and at this particular time, with the gyms are now open, but everybody's really, the people that I have are still concerned about the capacity and some of the protocols. So, but it's important that everybody's body is moving now, because they've been at home for the last 8 weeks. Some of them haven't been out and about and moving. And so it's great to give the body some now attention and appreciation at this time. And we're doing I'm doing my part in what I can to make sure we restore vitality and make a body confident, focused, and stable and equal to the tasks in front of it.
Wow, I like how you said that. I don't know what you said, but we need to write that down.
That's all coming from you, kids. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Jason also is a trainer. So he's, you're talking about your clients you're going to be training, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I've been fortunate. My trainer has a studio, not a gym. So I've been training this whole time, twice a week. So because I didn't want to get Zoom butt. So yeah, so I'm glad you're getting back and getting people back to vitality. That's exciting. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if there's nothing else, we can end our call today. We are right at 5 o'clock. So we did good today. Yay. All right, so we'll have a great week. We'll see you all back here next Tuesday for another great call. If there's anything I can do for you in between time, just reach out to me. I'm always here for you. All right, so now get out there and speak. And remember, when you do speak, to always speak with passion. Mwah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Arvee. Thank you.
Nice.